Hello there, Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Welcome back to Radiant Moon Tarot. My name is Victoria. Today we are bringing forward some timeless messages for you from your spirit guides. We're going to see what messages they have for you, revealing your power, your purpose, your passion, some potential doors opening for you, whatever it is they want you to know right here, right now. Trust that whenever this reading has found you is exactly when it's meant to, and once activated for you, the energies will unfold over the next few months. So let's get right into your reading. We've got Live the Question. Get curious. Are you curious about the world around you? Do you have some burning questions that you're looking for the answers for? And your message here is about opening up your mind. Get curious about the world around you, right? Live play out and live the question that you've been seeking, right? So, this is a time when a lot of people are awakening to spirit. A lot of people are learning about things that are a little bit beyond our 3D world. Embrace those things. If you have some questions, you're curious about something, go look things up. Open your mind, expand your horizons. Embrace what it is that you're learning. So this is super interesting here, Pisces, because before your reading, I did Capricorn and Aquarius, right? Both of them also had a different card, but both of them also did have the messages of opening your mind, gaining wisdom, gaining knowledge, and discovering information. So this shows that there's some very powerful energies at play, and so you are this is a time of growth for you. This is a time of learning things that you need to know. So if you're curious about something, follow that spark, take action, follow that spark. Keep an open mind though, right? Because hey, not everything is always as it seems. And if we're willing to learn, learning requires an open mind, because we're opening ourselves up to the possibilities that something isn't what we thought that it was, doesn't match our assumption, but it also opens our mind to other people's points of view and takes on situations and things, right? A lot of different people have a lot of different experiences, and even though the experiences, there may be some parallels, right? The actual experience itself is different. Therefore, people have a different perspective. And when we keep that open mind, this can really enhance our ability to understand and to learn. We have the records here as well. Remember why you came, be bold, and your legacy. Look at that energy there. Now, for some of you here, part of your curiosity, you might be curious about, maybe you've been doing some reading, or maybe you've been on your spiritual path for a while, and you might be curious about things like past lives, your Akashic records, those kind of things. And in this energy, you might be considering seeking out some guidance and maybe getting like a session done. So you could be very curious about what it would be like to have like a past life regression done. Maybe you are wanting to seek out someone that can help you to access your Akashic records. And if you're not familiar with something like the Akashic records, think about a massive library of all of the information of the universe, right, in one great hall. And you can access your Akashic records at any time. And this is information about your current lifetime, your past lifetimes, your many, many past lifetimes, right? We can dive into the future a little bit, but we always need to remember the future is always forever, perpetually in motion, right? And it changes always. So we can get some insights into the future, right? But for the most part, it's about today, the here and now, understanding why we're here, and understanding maybe karmic cycles that we've gone through and where we've been in our past lives and that kind of thing. So you could perhaps be really wanting to dive into those records, right? And it can be a very profound experience. So again, but it requires very much an open mind, right? So if that's there for you, and if this is confirmation of that, go down that rabbit hole. You don't necessarily need someone to help you. There are things like guided meditations and things like that that can help you on that journey. And some of you may be able to unlock those yourself, but it can be a little bit easier if you connect with someone who is experienced in helping you connect in that way. But this is also, I feel like here that Spirit is really trying to get you to do a little bit of soul searching and connect with yourself. You might be having some dreams. You might be having some answers coming to you. You could have a lot of signs coming your way. But ultimately, I feel like there's something on the cusp for you here. Some information that is available to you now that helps you gain deeper understanding about why you're here, right? We're all here for a reason. We all have a purpose. For some, our purpose is to change the world for the better. For some, it's a healing journey. Maybe you're here to help other people here, or maybe you're just here to heal yourself. Maybe your life purpose here is to close out a karmic cycle, something that's been going on for lifetimes. Whatever your purpose is here in this lifetime, I feel like if you don't know it, the answer is being revealed to you should you connect. So connect and ask the questions and be open. But I think that information is very much here. So information, clarity, a sense of purpose, all of this opening up for you guys. We have Zenith at the peak. Death reclaims a life. And full moon eclipse. Oh, you are at the height of your energy here, you guys. Okay, Zenith at the peak, card number 2. This is a beautiful message speaking of victory, success. Okay, recognizing your achievements or achieving what you set out to do. This is also about abundance that is actually something that you can touch and feel and see. So all of these doors are opening for you, right? You're at the height of all this energy, and it's absolutely wonderful. Seek and you shall find. Start something and you will achieve something, right? Make change, you will get to your destination that you really want, right? But this does speak to being able to achieve what you set out to achieve, whether it's setting some intentions and manifesting abundance in your life. Maybe this is seeking out some past life messages or doing that soul searching for yourself, right? And getting the answers that you want. But this is a great energy bringing you in victory, success, bringing you in something you can feel, see, touch. And this is you being able to harness the flow of abundance in your life, in your world. But we may need to let something go. We do have death reclaims a life here, and this can represent that in order to bring in something new or bring in what you want to bring in, we may need to let something go. Now, we can let go of fear. We can let go of preconceived ideas, which is quite often our biggest roadblock, right? Because, if you've ever had a conversation with somebody where you're explaining something to them, but they already have the answer formulated in their mind. So it doesn't matter how many words you say, and it doesn't matter what you say, their answer is already there because they're listening with the intent to reply, or they're not listening at all because even though they may have asked you a question, right, they're not going to hear what you have to say because they already think they know the answer, right? So sometimes we have to drop those things, and that's where that open mind comes in. Ask the question and keep that open mind, and then that answer will come in a way that we can actually absorb it and understand it. But there is something here that we need to recognize, that may need to come to an end in order for us to open the door, open the portal to success, to abundance, to prosperity, to growth, to healing, right? Letting go is the key. Death is a part of life. And all things eventually need to come to an end in some way. And this can be a cycle, a stage, a journey, comes to an end, and then we level up, right? And so our old ways are done and gone, and they're enhanced. They're better. We've leveled up. Sometimes we do need to really let something go, let something fall away, because there's something new coming in that is going to be better for us on our journey. One door closes, another one always does open, and it's sometimes the limbo land in between where we're left with the big questions, right? Because we got some work to do. This is a reminder here from Spirit that death is a part of life, and our natural ebb and flow of things. There are endings and there's new beginnings. But there's also rebirth and transformation and growth that comes from those things. There's wisdom to be gained from those things. So this is card 21. It relates back to the World card, right? You've completed a successful cycle in your journey, whether it's just recent, whether it's upcoming, or whether it's something from the past. You're closing a chapter, closing a door, and you're ready to step through a portal to expand your horizons, to start something new, or to level up some way in your life, in your journey. This can be about you and your spiritual path. This can be your knowledge, your understanding of certain things, right? Because even new information coming in, we quite often do let go of what we previously believed, right? And then we've got a new level of understanding on something. So remember that when we do let things go, we let things fall away and die, we're reclaiming life in a bigger and a better and more fulfilling way. It doesn't always feel like it at the time because it does require change, right? And change is not always easy for everybody, right? But I do feel like there is some big spiritual endings, spiritual shifts coming in here for you, because you are bringing in some very enlightened energy. You're a bunch of enlightened cats here, Pisces, right? It's very spiritual gifts opening up for you here, or being enhanced as well. Now we do have full moon eclipse energy coming in here. So there could potentially be something here that's coming to a close that is related to one of the eclipses, right? So when we have a full moon eclipse, this can be where things are coming into abundance for us. This is time of harvest, right? And that's like, woohoo, okay, I finally got what I was waiting for. But full moons, and especially eclipses, can be where we do eclipse things out of our lives, and very powerful and transformational energy. And so with this energy, this is where we're removing obstacles, especially from our insides, right? From our emotional obstacles, our mental obstacles, right? Those kind of things, our spiritual obstacles even as well, right? And so we're removing those obstacles, we're cleansing, we're purging, right? And this is an intense energy here. It's very emotionally charged energy here as well, but it's to get us in tune with our emotions. But the full moon energy also really does highlight and activate our spiritual senses. So there could have been something, if at the time that you see this reading, if an eclipse has just recently happened, within the last month or two, then this is where you're really feeling things falling into place. But this can also be a heads up for the next full moon eclipse that we have. And eclipses last a while. The energies don't just last, a few days or a couple of weeks. Eclipses are a cycle, right? And we get reactivations of eclipses depending on the planetary aspects as we go along, right? So, so there could be an eclipse upcoming in the next few months for you, where you are going to be experiencing some very profound changes. And it can be your opportunity to eclipse and cleanse and purge something out of your life, but can also be your opportunity here to embrace something that has been transpiring for you. And this is when things fall into place. So pay attention to full moons, work with full moon energies, but especially those eclipse energies as well. And especially look back at, whatever eclipse is coming up for you. So let's say, for example, that it's a full moon eclipse in the sign of Aries. We would look back to the previous new moon eclipse that we had in the sign of Aries and all the happenings in between. And this can bring us some answers and some insights as to what's going on in your personal situation, right? So just using that as an example, right? But you can always kind of look at the moon calendars and kind of factor in previous and factor in the future as well and get some insights there for you. Oh, we have the Tower. Okay. We have the Nine of Pentacles. Excellent. King of Wands. Ten of Wands in reverse. That one's come up a few times. And we've got the Six of Pentacles coming in there for you. Okay, so your major prevailing energy here is the Tower. All right. And the Tower comes in, people are afraid when the Tower card comes up. I will show you, though, the back of the deck, though. We've got the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is getting what you want, wish fulfillment, making a wish and knowing that it's going to come true. It's also feeling fulfilled, content, happy, and feeling just fine as wine. It's a wonderful card, right? It speaks to your wishes. So again, some of you are getting what you wished for, doors opening for you. And so, yeah, something can be coming to fruition for you, come to harvest. But we've got a little bit of work to do first. Going to cleanse the path, clear the path to welcome in some new. But the Tower does come in. People are afraid of the Tower because it causes chaos and disruption. And humans don't like chaos and disruption, right? Even if we're not happy where we are, at least we know what to expect, right? So this can represent, when we get the Tower, it can represent rapid, sudden, unexpected change. It can represent something slightly turbulent or chaotic. It can represent a big cleansing and purging and letting things go, right? But what it does in the meantime is it shakes up our world so that anything that is not solid, safe, secure, something that's not working for us, something that's keeping us stuck or something that we don't want, it's getting pushed away, right? Falling away. It's like, boom, get out of here. And what we do then is we build upon the foundation that we're left with. We're always left with a foundation. Never forget that, right? No matter where you are in your life, in your journey, no matter how successful or you've been, or no matter what losses that you may have experienced, right? You always have a foundation that you can still build upon. It's just that sometimes we need to let the things go that have been hanging on and blocking our progress forward. So the Tower comes in to cleanse and purge anything that is no longer serving its purpose, but the things that we've been holding on to, because that's what humans do, right? We're pack rats a little bit. And when we let things go, we let go of the things that we don't want, and we make room for the things that we do. And the Tower does come in always for our best and highest good, okay? And we can always be the masterminds of our own Tower moments as well, shaking up our world, shaking things up a little bit, right? Often the Tower comes in when we have not taken action on something that we know that we should have done, right? It's to get us out of our comfort zone. But quite often our intuition has already known that there's something in the winds or that there's something that we need to do. We've just been ignoring it, right? So in this energy, don't be afraid to let things go, or Spirit's going to give you a little helping hand and kind of make things so uncomfortable for you that you have no choice but to move forward. But with the Tower comes that cleansing and that purging and that opening the doors to something new, something better, something more interesting for you. We can experience a Tower moment just by getting information. And it's like we stumble across some information, or we're curious and we seek out some information, then we get this information. It's like, whoa. And then all of a sudden your world is rocked because your old belief systems have now shifted and changed. There's your Tower moment, right? It doesn't have to be a massive destruction of your entire life, right? It can just be those little things. And imagine if you did get some new piece of information that made your old ways of thinking or your old beliefs about a certain topic or subject or situation go, well, that's not what that was like at all. Holy moly, it's a massive light bulb moment, massive epiphany. And this rocks your world, right? The new replaces the old. Very simple. But our intuition often will give us a heads up about something. So again, pay attention to it. But we do have the Nine of Pentacles here with the King of Wands. Now, the Nine of Pentacles, very similar to the Nine of Cups, right? The two best nines, okay? But the Nine of Pentacles is a fiercely independent energy. But it is one of success and abundance. It's one where you treat yourself well, where you appreciate yourself. But it's also one here, right? We've got lovely pentacles, abundance, all this. We're in golden robes, right? Lap of luxury. But we've got this golden bird. And birds in some cartomancy systems can represent gossip and chatter and communication. Yes, of course. But they can also represent a little bit of stress or anxiety, right? And when she's holding this golden bird, she has tamed her anxieties, faced her fears, and she's come out stronger, come out independent on the other side, right? Tower, letting go of the fear, letting go of the blocks. And this puts you in this position of I'm confident. I can do anything I set my mind to, especially with that King of Wands showing up there as well. So there's a beauty in letting things go. There's a beauty in change. It's just that we don't always necessarily see it while we're in the midst of the turmoil and the chaos, right? Or the seeming turmoil and chaos, right? Sometimes it just speaks to the energy within. It's not necessarily anything on the outside. But then it brings us into this wonderful energy. The King of Wands, I'm confident. I'm bold. I'm brave. I can do anything that I want. I'm standing here. I've got my wand and I am the master creator. I'm filled with inspiration and passion and go-getting energy. And I know that I'm going to succeed, Nine of Pentacles, in whatever I set out to achieve. Things become a little bit easier. Ten of Wands in reverse. Ten of Wands in the upright is quite often where things are struggle, things are hard, things are difficult, things are challenging, we're tired, we're drained, a lot of burdens and responsibilities, right? We keep on going, okay, but it's tough. When we have that flipped on its head, this can be where when we're feeling good and confident, where we're embracing change, or when we're looking at things a little bit differently, but when we ultimately believe in ourselves, things get easier. We can also show that there is a beauty, again, in letting some things go. And this is where we can turn some things around for us, right? Let go of the things that are causing stress and burdens and blockages in your life, right? And embrace something a little bit better or something new. We do have the Six of Pentacles, so you're about to receive something. Something is being gifted to you in some way. It's also where we restore balance. The Ten of Wands is not a card of balance at all. It's one of feeling the stress and taking the world on, right? Think of, Atlas holding up the globe, holding up the world. And that's what the Ten of Wands quite often feels like. Like, I feel like the weight of the world is on my shoulders. And so this shows in this energy that things are about to get easier for you, or there's some relief in sight for you. But that Six of Pentacles can show that balance is restored, your ability to restore balance and harmony. This can show some gifts, some blessings headed your way. But this is also a reminder about people helping people, right? The energy we put out is the energy that flows back to us. But also, it is a card of charity. It's a circulatory energy, right? Everything in the flow, everything's circulating great. But this is a reminder to us as well that you may have something to offer to other people as well, because it is a card of charity. Giving to others when we have plenty, but also something coming back our way because of all the good, all the positive vibes that we've put out into the world, right? So sharing is caring in this energy. But yes, in the Six of Pentacles, you could have some potential surprise, something that you want can come in here for you, and it can be a little bit unexpected. Because don't forget, the towers aren't always bad, right? We think of them bad, we think of them that way, but they don't have to be. And quite often, shaking something up can really bring in something good, right? And we've all been the mastermind of our own tower moment at some point in our lives. And what has it done? It's shaken things up and it's brought in something better. So we do need to shake things up sometimes. And this can bring us some really great things. Good news can rock our world. and bring us a Tower moment, because it's really that moment in time where nothing will quite ever be the same again. But it ultimately leads down to something better than what we had. There's your next card. And we have your sacral chakra, letting go. I swear this has come out 3 times in a row. Again, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces. There's something in the air here for you. 3, you might want to go back and check Capricorn or Aquarius, because I swear this message has been coming out. Letting go is not giving up. Sometimes it is the first step towards success, and we're going to put that right down there at the foot, at the foundation of the Tower. There's your next card, beautiful card. And we've got your third eye, dreams. Dreams are where your mind translates the divine. Pay attention to your dreams, Pisces. You should be familiar with that energy. And there's your next card. And we've got your crown chakra, peace. In stillness, the answer will be revealed. Those are your messages there for you. I hope there was something in here that resonated on some level. It may have been a little small tidbit. It may have been something big. But if there was, please do hit that like button there. Give me that thumbs up. It lets me know you resonate with the reading in some way. But it also lets the algorithm know the same thing, so it shares it with more people. But drop a heart in the comments down below. I'll heart you back. We'll connect all of our wonderful energies and get some love and light going out into the universe. I thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.